Okay, so let's talk about Reddit mods for a second. I think a lot of people believe that Reddit mods are like the classic fedora tipping meme guy because they assume that they just spend all their time over policing Reddit and they're generally thought of as power tripping neckbeards. Whether or not this is actually true, probably not. Most of them are just normal people who want to go about their day and want to be a part of a community. And it's a thankless and payless job that, if done correctly, you don't even notice that they're there. But sometimes you have that one mod. The one mod who everyone knows and everyone definitely has an opinion about, and who's the source of a lot of conflict within that community. I bet everybody watching knows at least one person like this. So today we're gonna go over the tale of Code 347, detailing the goofy shit surrounding this guy, and honestly just find out what the hell is going on with the subreddit r/guitar. Our story begins with the current state of r/guitar, which is one of the biggest subreddits in the top 500 in size that was created to discuss all things related to guitars. The strange thing about this subreddit is that the ratio of current active subscribers and current online users is very low, with around 1,400 people using it at any given time, while the subreddit's size is 1.7 million. Now, to be fair, as subreddits grow in size, their ratio will go down over time, but the ratio is far lower than it ever used to be. To put this into context, r/guitar circle jerk is 1/17 the size of r/guitar and has around 600 users online at any time, which is slightly lower than half of r/guitar. It's pretty strange because looking at archived versions of r/guitar, it wasn't always like this. So what actually happened? Well, we're about to try to find that out. From my research, the root of the problem stems from the user called u/code347, who's been a moderator of the r/guitar sub for over 9 years now. His Reddit profile tells you a lot about the style of mod that he is, and it's almost a perfect summary of what we're about to dive into. It sounds like something straight off of the front page of r/I'm very smart, and I really can't tell if it's just a meme online persona or not. There's a few different things that he's known for when moderating, so let's go through each one by one. The first problem is, if you look at his profile and comments from 2020 to the present day, half of them are just citing Rule 11 of the sub, removing posts. There's nothing wrong with that at first glance, because moderators need to remove posts that break rules all the time, but upon closer inspection, Rule 11 is pretty weird. It says, your post here should be one that looks to seek specific help or give specific advice related to playing, learning, or maintaining the guitar. All posts deemed to be subjective, asking what you should buy, asking or giving opinions on artists, or posts attempting to show off products will be removed without notice. To me, this rule makes it so that anything that's deemed subjective by the mods can be removed, which sounds like a pretty strange rule considering that everything related to guitars and music are fairly subjective topics. The rule leaves the sub in an odd place, where posts like, what's the most comfortable seat to sit in while playing guitar are allowed, which is very clearly subjective based on personal taste. And I think there's nothing wrong with asking a question like that. I even think it's a good discussion topic, but it's not something that can be objectively answered. Meanwhile, posts like, my guitar suddenly has feelings of resistance and scraping when bending strings, has this happened to any of you, are removed for being subjective. Now, there are definitely some dumb posts that deserve to be removed, but this type of selective moderating has caused some dissonance between the mods and the users of the subreddit. A lot of people have been posting in other subreddits venting about how Code 347 banned them from r/guitar unfairly. And it's not hard to find Code 347 hate posts by just Googling his Reddit username, and there are a lot of Code 347 haters out there. Countless people post their personal interaction with him, and most of the communities share similar sentiment about their own experiences. I did try to reach out to him for comment because it's only fair to see both sides of the story, since all we're seeing is screenshots from the user's point of view, but unfortunately he didn't respond. The second problem is that the other 3 mods on r/guitar seem to be much less active than Code 347 is. Sometimes post activity on their accounts is weeks or even months in between, and this has made it so that essentially one dude who many users already dislike is moderating one of the largest subreddits on the platform. To be honest and objective, this is speculation from me because we can't know what goes on behind the scenes with moderation actions. I could be wrong here and the other 3 mods are just as active but don't actually post regularly, so take this point with that in mind. The final problem is that Code 347's demeanor and writing style is not exactly well liked. A lot of how he responds when removing posts and banning members is blunt and belittling, which makes the user's reaction to being banned even more negative than it would have been. He uses a few canned responses like seek medical attention from your medical professional, not random internet strangers, which he's copy-pasted so many times that it's literally become a meme on other subreddits. subreddits. Now, this is not exactly bad advice to users posting about finger and hand pain, but like my mom always says, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. Needless to say, most people don't like being talked down to in a condescending way. All of this has caused a bunch of r/guitar refugees to move to other subs like r/guitars and r/guitar circle jerk, with the guitar subreddit gaining a reputation of having horrible moderators. But it wasn't always like this from what I've seen. Looking at archived versions of the subreddit and Code347's profile, r/guitar was alive and well. Both Code347 and NinjaFace have been moderating almost since the start, and other moderators came and went over the years without any issue. And Code347's reputation was still known as a strict moderator, but hate posts toward him weren't popping up at all. The ratio of active users to subscribers was healthy and growing, but then something happened. Sometime between October and December of 2019, a new rule was instituted, which was Rule 9, banning anything related to r/guitar circle jerk, including even mentioning it, and perm bans were handed out for first-time offenses. I searched for days and messaged people to try to figure out what happened to make Rule 9 necessary during this time period, but because of the Reddit API changes, a lot of the archive sites are breaking down and researching is a lot harder. This new rule came with a list of banned words and terms that Code347 put together that were memes and references from r/guitar circle jerk that would get you permaban from the guitar subreddit for using them. These terms were like the misspelling of the word tone as TOAN, which was referencing people who were obsessed with the tone of their guitar, as well as a Schecter 9-string, which was referencing people clowning on Code347 for not knowing what a 9-string guitar was. This new rule seemed to be the start point of the friction between Code347 and the users of the subreddit. The first post that I could find that referenced Code347's moderating reputation was on November 4th of 2021. A user named AndMemesForAll posted a picture of an account called FillerBank responding to an r/guitar circle jerk meme comment that is supposedly an alt account of Code347's. We'll get back to this alt account later, but this timeline seems to show that after Rule 9 was instituted, the reputation of the mods from r/guitar started becoming more negative. In January of 2022, a subreddit popped up called r/Code347 is a little bitch, with people just relentlessly shitting on the guy within the subreddit. In my opinion, people in this sub went too far, and some of these posts are completely unhinged, like this guy who wrote,
"I hate Code347. I hate him so much. When I see him, I just want to die. I feel my blood boiling and my skin burning and my eyes watering. My heart drops and I feel like fire is consuming my entire body. Why is he so evil and cruel? I hate him."
I mean, if this is how you react to being banned, I think you deserve to be banned because this is just unhinged ranting at this point. Then, sometime between April and November of 2022, Rule 11 was added, which is the rule that says subjective posts can be removed. After this happened, a wave of hate threads about Code347 started appearing, with hundreds of upvotes and people commenting with similar stories. It seemed like people started really hating this guy, with some of the comments getting a bit out of hand, like an angry mob of people ready to get their torches and pitchforks. And this brings us to the present day, where r/guitar has declined in popularity, but it's still a fairly large community moderated by Code347 and a few others, including NinjaFace. I'm still unsure of what happened between the two subs, along with what caused Rule 11 to be put into place, so if anybody has personal experience with this and a concrete timeline of how this happened, please email me or comment below, because I feel like this is a puzzle worth solving. Now, I did mention one thing that we didn't get to yet, and that is the user called u/FillerBank. A few different people have claimed that this is an alt account owned by Code347 with some circumstantial evidence. There was a deleted comment on an Ask Reddit post, and somebody responded to it with an r/guitar circle jerk meme, and another commenter joked that he should be permabanned for it. This is in reference to that banned word list from before that Code347 made, and the user named FillerBank responded deserved, defending the original deleted comment. This interaction was posted to r/guitar circle jerk, and people laughed about how Code347 used his alt account to defend himself. I did try finding archived versions of these posts, but none were saved, so it's impossible to tell if the original comment was from Code347's account because it was deleted. It does seem likely though because of the post in r/guitar circle jerk. After looking into the FillerBank account further, I found some more evidence that corroborates the fact that this account belongs to Code347. The FillerBank account made a post post in r/metal guitar asking if someone needed a guitarist, and users responded with the clown emoji because it was Code347's alt account, which is a common occurrence. Unfortunately, the FillerBank account was banned at some point, so it'd be hard to guess when it was created, but from all the posts that I found, I'm guessing it was made sometime between 2020 and 2021. This coincides with the timeline of when all the hate posts started cropping up, and this is total conjecture, but it is possible that Code347 created the alt account to comment on posts without anyone knowing it was him to avoid hate. I'll admit it is flimsy evidence, but I think it's at least possible. I went into this topic with the intent to investigate a strange phenomenon within a subreddit and the moderator, and that's it. So please do not go harass Code347. Nobody deserves to be harassed online, even if you think they've acted poorly. Anyways, for now, the tale of Code347 and what happened to r/guitar will go unsolved. Thank you guys for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.